Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dak and this is probably the 10th video I've made today. Check out the channel for more stuff about Bitcoin, Ecomi, Ethereum I've spoken about so much. Okay, anyway, and Doge and Shiba and stuff. So today we're looking at Decentraland, right? This is something that I think I'm going to understand a bit better than everything else that I've been reporting on today, quite honestly. I've been speaking about El Salvador and BitBoy and all this stuff, right? But now we're looking at Decentraland, sorry, and how it might size up to VeVe. So I was DM'd about this and I was like, my thoughts, and I'm like, I don't even know what this is. So it's time to look at it. Welcome to Decentraland, create, explore, and trade in the first ever virtual world owned by its users. And of course, here we have what looks like a very gamified, sort of like almost like VR chat type stuff. Pardon me, I do apologize. And then yeah, we have like first person shooter stuff there. Lose yourself in an amazing evolving world. So that's Martin and that's Anne. Explore lands owned by users to experience incredible scenes and structures, from a space adventure to a medieval dungeon maze to entire villages. Create, test the limits of your imagination, create scenes, artworks, challenges, and more using the simple builder tool. Then take part in events to win prizes for more experienced creators. They have a software development kit. Trade, the virtual destination for digital assets. Buy and sell land. Land is capitalized here, I've noticed. Avatar, wearables, and names in the Decentraland marketplace. Stocking the very best digital goods and paraphernalia backed by the Ethereum blockchain. So it's on with Ethereum, okay. Can't decide where to start. Yeah, I honestly don't know where to start either. Okay, so let's click on get started. What's that about? I'm assuming that's going to make me set up an account or something. Beginner's guide. Let's see if I can just open all this up. There we go. We can read through all this. Get an idea. Cool. All right. So beginner's guide. What do I need to play? Is that a link or what's going on here? Okay, the website's not liking. What's going on? This website's kind of laggy. Okay, what do I need to play? A PC or Mac running Chrome or Firefox? Can I play on a mobile device? For the moment, we don't support mobile. Can I log in for multiple accounts? Yes, you can run Decentraland. Okay, so this is all just accessibility stuff. What is a wallet and why do I need one? If you want to fully enjoy the Decentraland experience, we recommend you get yourself a digital wallet. Digital wallets work as your personal account, keeping all your digital wallets such as names, collectibles, and lands and in-world progress safe. If you choose to experience Decentraland Explorer without a wallet, and the information will be only stored locally, you'll be able to walk around, customize your avatar with others, but you won't have the chance to receive daily rewards, participate in events, or log in with a different advice using the same guest ID. What is Mana? Mana is Decentraland's fungible ERC20 crypto. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I think ERC20 is also used by Immutable X. I might be wrong. Actually, let's check that. Immutable X. I'm pretty sure it was on the homepage what they use. Immutable X. I think it was ERC20, but I might be wrong. Yeah, it supports ERC20. Cool. As you can see right there, to be very clear. So there we go. You see here, supports ERC20 and ERC721. Money is burned or spent in exchange for land parcels. For a current summary of critical stats like total and circulating supply, please visit the token thingy. What is land? Land is a non-fungible digital asset maintained in an Ethereum smart contract. That makes sense. Land is divided into parcels that are referenced using unique XY Cartesian coordinates. Each land token includes a record of its coordinates, its owner, and a reference to the content description file or parcel manifest that describes and encodes the content of the owner. Okay. What is the marketplace? The marketplace is a go-to place to trade and manage all your Decentraland on-chain assets. It allows you to sell parcels and estates of land, variables, and unique names. Set your own price in Mana and an expiration date for the offer. Buy parcels and estates that are up for sale. Transfer your parcels and estates to another user. Explore the world through a map to see who owns what variables exist, and what names are claimed. Okay. I still want to learn more though. I honestly I'm trying to figure what this means. So start exploring, or have I already clicked that? I've already clicked on that. Okay, let's go to something else then, I guess. Let's go to start browsing the virtual destination for digital assets, see what's available. Maybe I'll start understanding more of it through that. So we have different wearables here. So these are basically clothes, I guess. I'm assuming these are NFTs that can essentially be worn in the verse. Right, so my understanding right now so far is that essentially this is what the VeVe is meant to be. But there's like, I can't really, hold up. Yeah, okay, so we have Binance, so that's one license that they've managed to acquire clearly. I don't know what these are, honestly. Fashion center, parcel, amazing. Okay. Let's go to wearables. I feel like that's going to be the most obvious thing, right? So we go to wearables, we see Binance, Atari. So I'm assuming they have a license with Atari. 3Lao. Is there anything else? I don't know if these are licensed things. So these are like things, I guess, that your avatar would wear, and you have different sort of things wearables wise. I wonder like what licenses they have for all this. And then if we go to partners, I guess. What does partners say? Partners. Okay. So you can buy these, right? For Ethereum, I guess. And then my assets, obviously I don't have any assets, so that makes sense. Let's go to the docs. And actually, I may as well just see if we can get a white paper for this. Decentraland white paper. Here we go. All right. This is probably what I was looking for. Okay. How many pages are this? 15. Cool. All right. Let's get some water. All right, let's do this. So, it's a blockchain-based virtual world. Abstract. Decentraland is and these are people obviously who work on it, I'm assuming the key people on it. Decentraland is a virtual reality platform powered by Ethereum. Users can create, monetize content applications. Land in Decentraland is permanently owned by the community, giving them full control over their creations. Users claim ownership of virtual land on a blockchain-based ledger of parcels. Landowners control what content is published. Contents can range from static 3D scenes to interactive systems such as games. Land is non-fungible, transferable, scarce digital asset, stored in a smart contract with an ERC token called Mana. Mana can also be used to make in-world purchases of digital goods and services. People are spending increasingly more time in virtual worlds for both leisure and work. This occurs predominantly in 2D interfaces such as the web and mobile phones, but a traversable 3D world adds an immersive component as well as adjacency to other content, enabling physical clusters of communities. Unlike other virtual worlds and social networks, Decentraland is not controlled, of course, by centralized organization. There is no single agent with the power to modify the rules of the software, contents, lands, economics of the currency. I would be interested to see the terms of service. This document allowed, and by the way, I'm not, to be very clear when I say that, I'm not saying anything bad is happening, but it's always good to be aware, you know? The document lays out the philosophical underpinnings, technical foundations, and economic mechanisms of Decentraland. I'll be very clear now, and actually you can look at my YouTube channel. I have made so many videos today, so if I'm not making my words make sense, then that would be why. So these are the people who've worked on it, and sort of, I suppose, their previous work. Before we do, actually, I want to quickly see if Decentraland actually has a YouTube channel to look at. Decentraland gameplay. That could be cool. Oh, okay. Do they not have a website or a channel? That would be smart. Come on. Okay. Let's have a quick look at this one, I guess.
With eToro's...
Okay. Whilst we wait for the advert, let's go here. Introduction provides an infrastructure to support a shared virtual world, also known as the metaverse. It consists of yeah, we know this already. The development of large proprietary platforms such as Facebook has allowed hundreds of millions of users to get together, essentially. The network effects helps cultivate massive online communities, gaming communities. These platforms, controlled by centralized organizations, manage the network's rules and content flow while extracting significant revenue from the companies and content creators who drive traffic to the platforms. Decentraland aims to establish a network that allows content creators to own and capture the full value of their contributions. So this is probably done by now pretty much. Let's have a quick look at the gameplay and stuff behind this, I guess. I just want to go honestly to this part. Let's go.
Red dot. And then from here, you can actually jump into different places. Like you can literally go, let's say like right here, jump in, right? Or let's see, you can either walk it or you can jump in. I recommend that you jump in first. And then if you like kind of the city where you're at, you basically walk around there, but I would recommend you jump in. That's the easiest way. There's actually another way you could do things. You can go right here, you go to explore, and then you can see like different things you can do within the world. It's not all of it. I don't think everything is here. It's not like every single building is here, but you can find games. You see, that's a game right there, Wonder Mine. You got the Genesis Plaza. That's where we at. Let's see, Gamer Plaza. I've never been there. We'll jump in. And Battle Racers, that's a game. We'll jump in there in a little bit too. And yeah, if you press C if you press C,
So this is so far a browser game,
settings
right?
and stuff like that. Just I recommend you do basic.
So already this is a very big difference from VeVe, right? The VeVeverse. VeVe actually right now, ironically, probably looks worse than this, right? To someone who doesn't look at this, because this itself looks already like a little world, right? A little digital world, you know? I mean, if we skip past this, right, we see trees, we see like places that people can walk around. And it basically looks like more of a game than VeVe does right now. Obviously, though, this place, I think this place is just different to VeVe, right? I don't even think that there's necessarily a big versus tag attached to this. You know, this isn't premium licensed digital collectibles. This is meant to be some sort of universe, obviously metaverse, where people are playing games, I think, and like owning land, I guess, and probably like building communities and stuff, which is sort of what they were speaking about, you know, with using Facebook as an example of a social network that does that. So it looks really interesting, but let's continue.
Hello? Oh, yeah. And if you press V, you could be in third person. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello? Tell me if you can hear me. What's up, man?
And of course, the other thing to keep in mind, right? So we already have like sort of text chat, right? So it's very, very much gamified already. It's also only on PC, whereas VeVe's also only on mobile. But VeVe is like probably getting a web app like this year. So essentially, you can talk and explore. It looks like, and then
obviously.
So he's walking around
right here. Pretty cool.
And then are these
piano?
Okay.
Nice. Let's do battle racers. Joining a race. You can race against AI or other players.
Okay, so this kind of reminds me of Fortnite Creative in that you can sort of run around and go to certain like places where there's a sign or a billboard or something that I'm assuming you click play or something, and then you enter into a...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can actually play Dash Boost.
So they've really got the gamified stuff down, I guess.
So these machines, you can actually own them if you talk to the owners. Right?
I gotta say, for like a company that I've never heard of, this is impressive. It's cool. I'm not saying that it's like gonna beat VeVe, because I actually think from what I'm seeing here, it is so far away from, it's so different to VeVe.
Like, yo, why would I own one of those? But think about the future of this. This could be a thing in the future.
Obviously, a lot of this also comes down to adoption, right? The more people who adopt this, the more value it's going to be. The same thing with VeVe. I do wonder how they're going to take on market adoption, but then I haven't done my homework on this like I have with VeVe. Like I know, who VeVe's PR firm is. I know this and the other about VeVe, but this I'm not sure about. As in, I don't know. So. Because this is already steps ahead of VeVe from a gamified point of view. But the thing about VeVe is that I feel like they're building other things that are kind of more important in that aspect. Like, there's no shortage of these games right now. Basically, what VeVe does is not many companies that have done what VeVe is able to do and what VeVe is doing. There's a lot of games that look like this. Obviously, it's not just the game; it's the technology behind it, the decentralized aspect of it. But this is something that you could expect, and this is no dishing beef or anything, but like this is something you could expect from any game console ever, right? As far as like what it looks like, as far as the technology behind it and how it works, obviously it's different, but I think that's generally...
It is Spider-Man.
This
is pretty cool.
Wait, so do they have a license to DC?
Hologram.
That's interesting. Okay, where were we? The current team began working back in 15 jams. It's been a while. At the time, the adoption of crypto assets was still in its infancy, as much of the blockchain-based infrastructure necessary for a consumer-oriented platform was lacking. Since then, I'm just getting myself comfortable. The rate of consumer adoption and infrastructure creation has exploded. For instance, by July 2017, Coinbase basically exploded, right? The maturation of cryptocurrencies as a global instant and low-cost payment method is still evolving. We already know all this, right? And of course, as they say, it's spearheaded by Ethereum. It's now more widely available. The lack of an efficient method to quickly process micropayments constrains the throughput of network thingy. More centralized solutions can work today, although at the expense of operability with other systems, privacy and standardization. Decentralized is built on the premise that low-cost direct payments between content creators and users will radically change internet commerce. Decentraland began as a proof of concept for allocating ownership of digital real estate users on a blockchain. The digital real estate was initially implemented as a pixel on an infinite 2D grid, where each pixel contained metadata identifying the owner. The experience was entitled Decentraland Stone Age. In late 2016, the team started developing the Bronze Age, a 3D virtual world divided into land parcels. The owner of each parcel was able to associate with a hash reference to a file. Nothing that different / unsurprising here. From this reference, users exploring the virtual world could use a distributed hash table and BitTorrent to download the file containing the parcel's content, which defines the models and textures to be displayed at that location. We host the first world viewer at this website. Any enthusiast can run a node, download and verify the blockchain, and explore the world by following more advanced instructions. The next version of Decentraland, the Iron Age will okay, so that's not where we are right now, I guess. We'll create a social experience with an economy driven by the existing layers of, or maybe that's where we are right now. Developers will be able to create applications on top of Decentraland and distribute them to other users and monetize them. I wonder how that works. Okay. The Iron Age will implement peer-to-peer communications, a scripting system to enable interactive content, and the system of fast crypto payments for in-world transactions. A communication layer is essential for social experiences, providing positions. Of course, that's what we saw, right? Already in that person's video. The scripting system, by the way, this person's video will be in the description. The scripting system is a tool that landowners will use to describe the behavior and interactions of 3D objects, sounds, and applications running on land parcels. Finally, a payment system that with low fees is key to developing in the quick environment of virtual world. A traversable world, the adjacency of land makes Decentraland land parcels unique from web domains. New land parcels must be contiguous to existing ones. This adjacency allows for spatial discovery of new content and the creation of districts devoted to a special topic or theme. While each web domain can have a limited number of hyperlinks to other content, parcels in Decentraland have a fixed amount of adjacencies. Additionally, the content of adjacent parcels can be seen from a distance. For content creators, the establishment of districts provides access to targeted groups. So sorry, I've done so many videos today, I do apologize. To targeted traffic for end users, it enables discovery of themed experiences. Users can travel through neighborhoods and interact with applications that they stumble upon. This discovery by agency is at odds with having infinite land. In that scenario, users would have a hard time finding relevant content by traveling through it. With scarce land, developers can acquire users by purchasing land in high traffic areas. This will allow secondary market. Okay, that makes sense. I also want to say now that, like, part of the reason why some of my videos I'm starting to slur a lot, etc., is simply because I'm learning so much, and like in the way that I do things, like when I build up channels, I literally just post, and that's what you can see me doing now. I've recorded a lot of videos today, simply because that's how I grow each channels. You know, I sort of grow it to the point where, you know, we hit search results, you know, we hit recommended, and then eventually I will slow down a little bit as far as how much I post, but this is sort of how I build channels. I've been doing this for a living for a while, so that's how I do it. Anyway, foundations for and in the world economy, Decentraland's value proposition to application developers is that they can fully capitalize on the economic interactions between their applications and users. To allow those economic interactions, the platform must allow three things to be traded: currency, goods, and services. Okay. Decentraland will integrate a core system that allows global, instant, and cost-effective payments between any two users on the internet. Cryptocurrencies allow for trustless payment channels, of course. For services to be provided on Decentraland, we are just developing a scripting system that enables developers to program the interactions between users and applications. The scripting system runs exclusively on the client side, but allows for different data flow models from mere local effects and traditional client-server architectures to P2P, play-to-play, I'm assuming. Either that or pay-to-play interactions. I think it's play to player. Developers programming it will benefit from the availability of fast, cheap micropayments, provably fair games, decentralized storage, and other features enabled by the cryptographic techniques using blockchain smart contracts. I think we all kind of know this already, to be fair. Use cases, applications. The Decentraland scripting language will allow the development of applications for all these different things. Scripting language will be designed to handle a wide range of capabilities, including creating objects, loading textures, handling Damn, I was about to sneeze. Handling physics, encoding, user interaction, sound payments, etc. Content curation users in Decentraland will gather around neighborhoods of shared interest being located near high traffic hubs, will drive users to the landowner's content. And that's kind of what we already seen in that video, I guess. Brands may advertise using billboards near, on, or in high traffic land parcels to promote their products. Some neighborhoods may become virtual versions of, I can see that. So essentially, that makes sense. It's essentially advertising real estate. Digital collectibles, we expect users to publish, distribute, and collect rare digital assets issued on the blockchain by their creators, just as it occurs today in other virtual worlds or online forums. Social, so basically they're taking advantage of how social media has done what it's done already. There are no technical specifications to what could be built in Decentraland, therefore other use cases could emerge. So essentially all these interesting things that they want to do. So then we go to the Decentraland protocol. Is comprised of 3 layers: consensus layer, land content layer, so track land ownership and its content, download assets using a decentralized distribution system, enable users world viewers to connect to each other. Land ownership established at the consensus layer, where land content is referenced through a hash of the file's content. From this reference, the content can be downloaded from BitTorrent or IPFS. The downloaded file contains a description of objects, etc. to render the scene. It also contains the URL of a rendezvous server to coordinate connection between P2P users that are exploring the title simultaneously. Figure 3 shows a diagram of the step. Let me get some water. Okay, so we have the real-time layer. We have the land content layer, and we have the consensus layer. So Decentraland client, nearby clients, and P2P service. And we have the decentralized client going to content description, so the P2P server, files, etc. On the real-time layer, one request content and P2P server to coordinate connections. Then we have, if we go further down, look at the smart contract, the content description located for the current parcel, consensus layer, land smart contract, title at 1.1, contents magnet, link, okay, etc. Fetch the content description file, and then it goes to the contact, the P2P server to look up other nearby clients and establish direct corrections to them. Okay, connections even. Additionally, the other 2 systems are key for Decentraland's economy to develop. Payment channel infrastructure for fast payment with low fees, and identity system that allows users to establish ownership over original creations. Consensus layer will use Ethereum, essentially Decentraland will, to maintain a ledger of ownership for land parcels. We already know all this part. Land is bought by burning, of course, mana. A fixed supply. Content distribution layer. Decentralized uses a decentralized storage system to distribute the content needed to render the world. For each parcel that needs to be rendered, a reference to a file with a description of the parcel's content is retrieved from the smart contract. The current solution uses the battle-tested BitTorrent and these networks by storing a magnet link for each parcel. So honestly, I have read quite a lot of this, but I don't think that... Okay. General purpose public and distributed HTLC networks like Lightning may at least be 1 year away from materializing, but low trust happens and spoke payment channel networks allow for fast and low cost transactions that can be implemented today. So this essentially what they're saying, I understand, is that this is all very early and that they've got a lot that they want to do with it. There's nothing here really that is making me feel like it's that different from, or that it's that, I don't know. I don't know. It might be that I just don't understand it well enough, to be fair. But this looks sort of doable, right? I think I'll be interested to see how it goes. I hope they implement this in VI. It would be sick AF. Ready Player One, here we go. I feel like we're not there, but at the same time, no one's there. So I'm not necessarily going to judge it for that. Meanwhile, weeds are growing outside in people's actual land. I laughed when I saw this 3 years ago, and I took it as peak delusion, top signal to a bull trend. Went to check back on it for the lols and was shook. When you're actually in it, it starts to sink in. Metaverse is here and it's incredible. Are they planning to do any updates on the art style? So, okay. It's interesting. Sorry, I'm just looking through this. Cool concept, but a AAA corporation can easily adopt the same system and incorporate their own crypto with better graphics. That goes with everything. A huge corp could have adopted the same concept, and they tried and it didn't work. Okay. So, are there jobs that make you earn mana? There probably will be. I don't want to poop on this because I try not to poop on any projects really. What's the main difference of this and Sandbox? Which do you think is better for pros and cons? Well, the start graphic style is different. Also, purpose of use. Sandbox is more gamer oriented. This is more like a real life simulator close to Sims the game. Sandbox is not out yet, but has more collaborations with big companies. This one came out a few years back already, so it was a different environment when it came out. But at the same time, it's good because you have communities. So, yeah, that's a stupid take. Anyone who puts a comment out like this, I have zero respect for. Zero respect for. This annoys the heck out of me. Never write these sorts of comments ever. Never write these comments ever. These comments are the worst part of YouTube, because this is going to be from someone who's done nothing ever before. Like, who are you and what are you doing? What the hell? Like, I don't know, stupid. Anyway, yeah, I know. I think this is one of those things that looks really interesting, but it's far away from being its best. Basically, and that's not a bad thing because every project starts somewhere, right? So I'm not like gonna poop on Decentraland and say VeVe's gonna take over everything, because VeVe also has a lot to work on. Like, VeVe is by far probably one of the furthest ahead in what it does, but this is really cool. And if they, Decentraland, if you're watching this, you fully have my backing as much as I'm interested to see what you do. I'm not saying that it's the future by any means because I don't know, but it does look kind of cool, and it has similar qualities to VeVeverse, which is awesome. And honestly, the more of these things that come up that are actually good and that have real value to many people, I'm all for. I'll be invested in if it looks like that. Of course, I gotta say now, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, so you do you. But that's that. But let me know what your thoughts are on Decentraland. VeVeverse, obviously. For those of you who don't know, VeVe is I'll quickly go on VeVe.me just so you can see. VeVe is essentially a premium digital licensed collectibles brand, or welcome to the world of digital collectibles. VeVe digital collectibles comes in limited edition releases. It can be purchased, sold, and traded, upgraded, and customized. Placed in virtual showrooms, but this doesn't really do it justice. So basically, they have a bunch of brands which we can actually have a quick look at. I'll hopefully have. There we are. So these are the licenses that VeVe has: CBS, Tokidoki, Cartoon Network, Star Trek, Warner Bros, Paramount, Lucasfilm, most likely Disney, Marvel, most likely. These are the ones that are obviously confirmed, but VeVe definitely has the licensing end down, I think, a lot more than Decentralized does. And the fact is that VeVe is on mobile and it's got AR, so it's just VeVe just seems like a very different thing to Decentraland, but I can see them crossing paths. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Most likely, if you're watching this, then you've I don't even feel the need to give more explanation on VeVe. I literally have a whole channel that has, like, at this point I would say about 30 to 40% of the videos on this channel is about Ecomi and VeVe, so if you're interested, watch that. And most people watching this are on VeVe anyway. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm very excited for this. I mean, I'm excited for a lot of things, right? And this is one of them. It looks cool. It looks interesting. I'm not here to hate on any projects. I don't have emotional investments in anything. I look at what looks cool, and I'll support it both morally and sometimes financially, depending on what I see. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, it's always appreciated. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at ZakiZoo. Quickly, I'll show you my Twitter right now so that you know which one it is. It's also in the description though, so you can find it there. But yeah, I talk a lot about Omi and Ecomi as well, because I do like them. Web3, of course. But yeah, this looks interesting. I'll be putting a link in the description to the decentralized video that I'm looking at here, Decentraland video. That being said, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.